Hi guys, today we're gonna make orange cranberry scones. So to get started, we're gonna take these frozen cranberries and chop them up. All right, use that chopper, hit it really hard. Here we go, a little bit over a cup full. Now I'm gonna rinse them off. There's a bunch of little seeds I didn't even know cranberries had. So I'm gonna rinse them off real good and pat them dry. And then I'm gonna put them in the freezer so we can get our dough started for the scones. Okay, so to get started on the dough, let's add 2½ cups of flour. I went ahead and put the dry ingredients and the orange extract. That really adds a lot of flavor. So to get started, what I've done is I've went ahead and rinsed really well the orange, dried it off, and I've already started grating it. I've already put some in here, so let's just do a little bit more. You want to push down hard on the grater. I just moved the orange around. Now we're going to take this little scraper. We want to get every bit of it off. We're going to add it to the flour. So this way, and here's some more I just previously did. So it's about a teaspoon, whatever you think, just to add some fresh citrus grating to it. Now, we're going to go ahead and add a ½ cup of sugar. We are going to add a tablespoon of baking powder. Again, I've got it all out here. A ½ teaspoon of baking soda. And a ½ teaspoon of salt, which we're gonna do about like that, okay? Now we're gonna stir it up. Okay, so now we've just taken a pastry blender and we've blended all the dry ingredients along with the orange peeling, or the orange zest in there. Okay, now we're going to grate 6 tablespoons of ice cold butter. I just got it out of the refrigerator right now. I would rather, you can cut it up if you want. I would rather just slowly, the slower you go over the grater and harder, the longer strips it is. But we're gonna go ahead and just grate 6 tablespoons of butter real quick. All right, now these last little bitty pieces we'll just let fall in there. Go ahead and take our little scraper again, get as much of this off. This was 6 tablespoons of butter. Now we're gonna go ahead and take our pastry blender and just real quick, try to just blend this up really good. Now, what's gonna make these scones so delicious and not dry is we're about to add a cup and a little more than a cup of whipping cream to all of our dry ingredients. All right, there. We don't wanna overwork the dough, but see how it's good and crumbly? And I've stirred it all up. So now, let's add an egg and some whipping cream. Okay, now, I put an egg in here. We're gonna just real quickly whip it. So let me turn that off so you don't have to hear all that. Okay, I slightly beat the egg. It's at about 1/4 of a cup. Now I'm gonna add a little over a cup of whipping cream. So let me just add that real quick. Oh, there we go. Now we're gonna add some delicious orange extract. We're gonna about a heaping teaspoon, really. I love the flavor. Gives it that nice flavor that is a burst with the cranberries. Okay, now we're gonna just stir that up real quick. And then we're gonna add it to the flour mixture. And we don't wanna overwork our dough. But all right, here we go. So we're just gonna pour it all in there. It's an egg, it's the orange extract, and whipping cream. I'm telling you, these are delicious. Now, you use whatever kind of spatula you want. I love this one. My oldest daughter got it for me. The dough and things don't stick to it, and it just helps really well to stir it up. Because now what we're gonna do is stir this up, not over stir. Try to just get all that whipping cream and egg mixed in here. Okay. Does take a second. These are so easy to make though. And again, you want to keep everything cold. See how I'm kind of like, I don't know if you can see, but kind of smashing down as I'm mixing. Okay, now we're going to get out those cold cranberries and add them to this. Okay, the dough looks a little dry. So we are going to do this. Add just a little more. All right, now, I started with over a cup of frozen cranberries. I've chopped them, I've washed them, I've rinsed them, I've patted them dry, and then I froze them. So even though it measures maybe a half a cup, because they've been smooshed and everything else, look at the color, isn't that pretty? They're delicious. But anyway, this will be plenty. So now we're just gonna simply try to just fold these in, fold the rest of this over. If it starts to stick just a little, kind of just scrape it off with a knife or something. Again, this is kind of the important part. Wish you could smell all that delicious orange. Okay, so again, we're just kind of folding over. My youngest daughter, I take these to her work and they think I'm a celebrity. They love them and they actually requested the video so they can make them. So, and I have 3 daughters. So you'll have to guess, but anyway. All right, so now we're going to put this into one big ball. So hold on. Okay, I folded this over a little bit more. It's okay to be a little sticky, but it's good and wet. You don't want it too wet, not too dry. More wet than dry. How'd that make sense? Okay, now we're gonna pour this out. Not pour it out, it's basically a big dough ball because we started up to be that way, okay? All right, now we're just gonna simply form it like a pizza dough. It smells so good, I wish you could smell it. And then on top of this, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna put a light whipping cream layer on it and then top it with just pure sugar for like a coating, or a topping, I mean. But then we're gonna even have another topping after that. So, all right, so here's our little pizza. This is gonna make 8 delicious scones. They're gonna pipe up beautifully. So again, we're gonna add a little bit of whipping cream. And just kind of paint it on there real quick. All right, there we go. These are so delicious. It's so hard to like really prove they're delicious. I hope my family and friends get on here and tell you how delicious they are. You know, I'm also on YouTube, so I have more friends and people on YouTube. And I'm just trying, I'm a nobody, trying to build a little channel here. All right, so I love cooking, and I'm not a chef, but I feel like everything tastes like it may as well be from a pastry chef or something. But I have fun and I love it. So I'm now gonna put this in the freezer for 20 minutes, let it freeze back up, and start the oven on 400. So see you back here in 20 minutes. Thanks for watching. Okay, the oven is preheated. This has been in the freezer for 20 minutes. I'm just gonna cut them in half, cut them in half again, cut them in half again. So this will end up making 8 delicious orange cranberry scones. And then we're going to put them on the cookie sheet, give them a little bit in between, and bake them, so hold on. All right, last one. We did every other, little bit of space in between. Now we're gonna put these babies in the oven for 20 minutes on 400. Okay, while we're waiting for the scones to bake, we're gonna cut this orange in half. I've already taken 2 cups, I don't know, I actually just throw powdered sugar in there. It's supposed to be 2 cups, it's at least 2 cups. Now we're gonna squeeze this delicious smelling orange. Ah! And they're pretty juicy. It gives off a lot of juice. Now we're gonna squeeze the other side real quick. And then we're gonna stir it up, but we're also gonna add a little more orange extract. That's actually a lot of orange juice there. Now let's add a little bit of orange extract, give it a little extra orange flavor to it. And again, this is the icing for the orange cranberry scones. So now we're just gonna stir this up. So give me a minute, because it does take a few minutes to stir it up. Okay, I just keep stirring. It's a lot of powdered sugar. Seems like a lot of orange juice. And it is, but I mean, you literally just have to stir and stir. Well now, this is really too thick. So now we're gonna add a little bit of whipping cream. Add a few more calories, why not, right? All right, now we're gonna stir this up. Okay, so to recap, this is about 2 cups of powdered sugar, an orange cut in half, and all the juice thrown in it. Stir it up for 3-4 minutes. Then we add a little bit of whipping cream. Oh, and some orange extract, can't forget that. Now we've got some delicious icing that we'll be able to put over the scones. All right, so let's wait a few more minutes and get those out of the oven. Okay guys, let's get these bad boys out of the oven. Oh, my glasses. Here we go. Look how big, delicious. All right, we're gonna let these cool for about 10 minutes and then we're gonna put icing on them. Okay guys, these have finished cooling and now we are going to add some icing. We're just gonna drizzle it over here. Doesn't this look amazing? Here, let me show you and then I can finish drizzling the rest. But look, isn't that delicious, wonderful? It is so delicious. Thanks for watching.